Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Swagata and I'm a first year medical student. So basically today's vlog will be mainly about Neet UG, which is a pre-medical examination that every undergraduate Indian student has to give so as to pursue their dream to become a doctor. NEET is basically known for its competitive nature, as we all know that every year around 15 lakh students appear for this examination and only around half of them qualify, and on top of that only around 76,928 seats are available in India. So like this is not something to just scare you or something to stop you from pursuing your dream. It is just like a reminder to you so that you can acquaint yourself like how much hard work, determination and perseverance that you will need to finally get a seat in India. So here first I'll be personally telling you guys I'll be segregating the three subjects that are required for your NEET, that is physics, chemistry and biology, and I'll be segregating them on the basis of class 11 and class 12, and then I'll be talking about which are the most crucial points that you have to consider while studying these subjects, and then I'll be giving you some tips that I hope that helps you in cracking NEET and finally getting a seat in medical college. So let's first talk about class 12 biology. Make it a point that you know all the units pretty well and you are thorough with your NCRT. And you can do that by reading several times, and or you can do it like how I did. I personally used to make notes of class 12 biology. When I used to read a chapter, I used to personally make notes. And when I had to go back and study that chapter, I just used to take out my notes and just see those diagrams that are present in the book. And you will find many tables present in class 12 NCRT, so make it a point that you know those tables really well, because sometimes what happens, some questions will be asked from those tables. Okay, coming to class 11 biology, make it a point that you know human physiology really well, because a large amount of marks comes from human physiology in NEET. So make it a point that you know human physiology pretty well. You have to visualize, you have to study from the pictures that are given in the book, and it's your own body, right? Try to visualize it in your own body. The stuffs that are written in the books, try to think via your own body, like it's happening in your own body. That way you can learn and understand more. Second unit that is most important is your cell biology, where you have to know biomolecules, cell division. Most of the questions are asked from cell biology and from biomolecules chapter. And the third important is your plant physiology. I used to find that chapter quite hard. I used to find that unit very uninteresting, so I used to always keep that aside. But do know that many questions come from those chapters, and mainly it comes from your photosynthesis, transport, and sometimes it may come from plant growth and development, and sometimes from your respiration part. But make it a point that you know those chapters well. And the fourth unit that is quite important for class 11 is the diversity unit, where that animal kingdom carries a lot of marks. In NEET, these kind of questions will be asked many examples will be given, and you will be asked like these are examples of Coelenterix, except that except word holds a very crucial answer, so you have to know the examples pretty well, and same goes for your plant kingdom, but mainly questions are asked from animal kingdom. And sometimes questions may be asked from the first two chapters that are present in that unit. And another topic that is quite important from NEET point of view is cockroach. Till date I did not get why NEET asks you questions of cockroach, and most common question of cockroach is like differentiate between male and female cockroach. Like why do we need to know cockroach? Then also you have to know cockroach, and because most of the questions, like one or two questions may come from cockroach part. And another chapter that I found quite useful and that I read it is that your structural organization of animals. Rest of the chapters I just left it, because I made class 12 clear, I made class 11 most of it clear, so I left those two chapters because I knew that if I attempted those chapters, it would for sure go down in the drain. My marks would go down in the drain. So it's better to be like confident about what you read rather than being, like, okay, I'll mark every answer. I know even if I don't know the answer, I'll do every question. No, you have to have that mentality that what you know, be confident about it and do that answer. Okay, coming to the chemistry part, let's first talk about class 12. Each topic of class 12 is quite easy, and for me, I made class 12 quite strong. And from class 11 part, the physical part is easier. The first five chapters are quite important, and you have to know those five chapters. And coming to the thermodynamics part, if you are stronger in physics thermodynamics, then you will be stronger in chemistry thermodynamics, because there is only change of signs in both the subjects. Because in physics, the sign will be one, like it will be towards positives. If in physics it is towards the positive side, then it will be interchanged in chemistry. So make it a point that you learn thermodynamics really well, because from physics point of view, thermodynamics is quite important and quite scoring in NEET. And many of us find organic chemistry quite hard. I myself found organic chemistry quite hard. You can do one thing. I did, like, first I read each and every reactions thoroughly. Like, I used to read like what reagents are required in these named reactions, like in every chapter, like may it be haloalkanes, haloarenes, or aldehydes, ketones, or those amines. There will be like specific, like there will be some reactions that are really useful, and those are really important, because those are the basic reactions that will be used in your chain reactions that are given in your NEET paper. Okay, so make it a point that you know those. What I did was, like, I studied each and every reactions thoroughly, first singly, and then I used to solve questions that the name reactions that we used to solve. I solved it from for when I was preparing for boards. I solved it from the board papers, the sample papers that I got. And during for my NEET preparation, I used to do it from NCRT or books from Dinesh, where you will find ample amounts of chain reactions. So I made my organic stronger. And from the 11 point of view, organic chemistry, it will just give you the basic function like cis, trans, and all those conformational changes that will occur during a reaction. So you have to make it a point that, like, you know those basics quite well, because then you can apply it to the organic chemistry, and then you will be acquainted with the different name reactions, and you will be able to make the chain reactions and easily solve them. Okay, now let's talk about class 12 physics. As I said earlier before, make class 12 your strongest point. Uh, why I'm saying that make class 12 your strongest point, because when you're preparing for NEET, right, you will just pass out of your school, and class 12 materials will be still be prevalent and still is fresh in your mind, because you have just given your boards and then you're preparing for NEET. You will lose the detachment from class 11. That's why I'm emphasizing more on class 12 and telling you to be more acquainted with it, and to be become more strong with class 12. Towards the class 11 part, some of the units are quite important. I myself used like read some of the units, whereas I left some of the units because I was quite weak in physics. Truth to be told, I was quite weak in class 11 physics. So I myself selected some of the topics according to the like importance from the NEET point of view. Those topics were your thermal properties, thermodynamics, SHM, then kinematics. I don't know why, but I used to find kinematics quite hard, but it is easy compared, like everyone used to find them easy. So I hope that you will also find them easy. So use that opportunity, to learn kinematics, because kinematics is quite helpful for NEET, and it is quite scoring. But for me it was not the case, but many of my friends could do kinematics really well. Then apart from kinematics, you can do the different properties of solids, liquids, and gases. There's one chapter named like that, and one the optics that you will find in class 12 as well in class 11. The ray optics is in class 11, whereas the class 12 part we have the wave optics. The rest of the chapters are gravitation, work energy power, and your kinetic theory of gases. That is a crucial point, because in kinetic theory of gases you only have to know those particular formulas that are quite useful, and you can change those formulas. For that you have to know the derivation. Make it a point that you know those derivation, because you know, in when you sit for an exam you might forget those formulas. So when you know the derivation, you will know, like, okay, I can change this formula from this part to this part, and I can use it in that way. So make it a point that you know the formulas and you know the derivation of that chapter really well. You can also do that for work energy and power. I myself used to know the derivation by heart, because I used to practice those derivation time and again, so as to like make formulas, new formulas. Because in NEET some questions can be solved from the formulas that are derived. During derivation you might find different formulas, right? From those formulas you derive the main formula. From those small formulas you can use those small formulas and take out the answers. So make it a point that you know the derivations really well. Okay guys, I just gave you an overview of like were the topics that I selected myself, and after doing a thorough research, which are the topics that are quite important from NEET point of view. So from each subject I just gave you an overview, like which are the topics that you require you need to study. It might change for you guys, because every year the pattern of NEET changes. So make it a habit that whenever you prepare yourself for something, you do a thorough research on those things, and jot down the points, because you will find various sites. Okay, like every year those pattern changes, because for my year this topic was important, and for your year it may not be the same, it might be other topic. So make it a point that you research it well, and then blend it with the things that you get it from different websites, and blend it well, and then start preparing. So these were the few things that I wanted to share with you guys, because till date I haven't received any honest replies, to my questions, that what do you need to do for to prepare for NEET, and what are the things that you have to look to, what are the main topics that you have to see. No one ever gives you an honest reply. It's like there's no honest reply to it. That's why I wanted to share as much as I could, so as to help you to pursue your dreams and get into a medical college in India. So I hope these tips and the things that I have said become useful to you, and I hope that they help you to achieve your goal. So if you like the video, do like it and keep on sharing. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay happy. Bye.